Welcome to the most must-see Berkshire League talk show in history. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Cody Diz. Welcome back to another episode. I definitely want to set another subscriber goal because you guys smashed that. You guys took 5 subscribers and you turned it into 15. That was a beautiful sight to see for me. And I'm glad that, this account has started to get a lot more support. Also, I want to say thank you for 700 followers on the Instagram. That is really wonderful to see. It's just nice to, have something that blows up and a lot of people start to follow it and get part of the movement that we're trying to create with the Berkshire League. So, thank you guys for supporting 100%. Please leave a like on this video. Leave a comment suggesting what else you guys want to see, because I'm definitely trying to add more content on here as much as I can. There's 5 games that I got to cover today. I didn't cover the Thursday game that Litchfield and Gilbert had until now because I wanted to, include it in a whole episode rather than just that one game. And there was also not a chance for me to choose like a top 5 plays. There wasn't that many flashy plays in that game, so none of those had made the top 10 for the last 2 days of games. And this video is also coming out a day after Saturday because the rivalry games, there was a lot of editing that I had to do, so I was working a lot trying to do that. So this video is coming out a little late. But definitely like the video, comment what you guys want to see, and subscribe. I think since now we have 700-something followers on Instagram, and we have 235 subscribers, that still means only a third of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So I'm going to set another subscriber goal. Let's get another, I'll say 5 again. Let's get another 5 subscribers on. I know it's not a lot, but I'm hoping you guys can hit it. And let's get to some games because we got a lot to cover in this one. Gilbert went on the road to Litchfield on February 11th, this past Thursday, and it was a really great game for Litchfield. At the start, Jason Thompson gets the steal, hits Tommy Gostowski for a 3. Gostowski had a really good game. Then later on, Thompson had another great play, a nice fast break layup. Later on in the game, Gostowski hits another 3. Down the court, Harrison Barnes hits another 3. Gostowski had a pull-up jumper in this game. Gostowski was firing all night. He was having a really good shooting day. He did a really good job on that night. Gostowski would hit another 3. Jason Thompson would hit a 3 as well. And then the second half, beautiful second half for Daniel Dyke, who had 10 points in the second half. Dyke had a really great shooting day. He wasn't the high scorer for Litchfield, but he still did a really good job. Had a nice couple of layups, and then had a nice open jumper that he got open for. Litchfield looks a lot better than I thought they were going to this year, 100%. This was a really good game by Litchfield. Gilbert was not able to hit many shots, and Litchfield was able to take this one 72-42 at home. So I'm going to wait to tell my thoughts about Gilbert and Litchfield because they also had games on Friday, so I'm just going to wait until after those games to talk about Litchfield and about Gilbert. But let's get to the next game because this is a big one. Chapag went on the road to start off rivalry night to face Nonawag. This was a 3 o'clock game. Immediately, Nonawag started off pretty well. Ben Conti had 2 straight 3-pointers on 2 straight possessions. Conti had a pretty decent game. Led the team in scoring. And then Owen Hibbard just came out and showed out. Hibbard with a nice 3-pointer, and then right after that, a pull-up step-in jumper, faked the defender out, very good job. And then one of my favorite plays of the week, Logan Pacific gets the ball, drives in, and beautiful layup. I don't even know how he got that to go. That was something else. And then Owen Hibbard against John Kazaka. These two went at it a few times in this game. Hibbard got the best of Kazaka here. Nice little pull-up J. And then Mike Paracci on a fast break hits a three. And then one thing that was really nice, this actually got sent into Game Time CT by us. Owen Hibbard with a nice buzzer beater to end the first half. And it was all Chapag from there. Outside of the half, Owen Hibbard completely taking over. He had a bunch of fast break layups. He was getting to the free throw line a bunch. He was getting a few steals to, get him down the court. Mike Paracci was able to find him on a Hail Mary ball. Owen Hibbard was taking over. This was the best game I've ever seen Owen Hibbard have. He is one incredible player. There's a reason why he is now the top scorer in Chapag's history. And also, this was a beautiful play at the end of this game. Owen Hibbard able to find Mike Paracci on a Hail Mary, and it was a lob. That's how impressed I was with that play. But this was a beautiful game by Owen Hibbard. Chapag dominated throughout the entire game. Nanawag didn't look alive at all in this game. But a huge performance from Owen Hibbard, 48 points, a career high, and Nanawag goes down to Chapag. So I expected this game to be a lot closer than it ended up being. In fact, most of the rivalry games were actually blowouts, and I had no expectation of that. I expected all of them to be close, but Owen Hibbard really shined that night. 48 points, a career high. And becoming Chapag's top scorer in history, and he's still going. There's 11 more games in the season that he's got to, extend that. So that's pretty big in itself that he's going to be a long-time leading scorer for Chapag. He's a phenomenal player. I've always said that since, I first watched him play, which was probably in sophomore year, I think, was the first time I saw him play. I know how good he is. He's probably the best, if not one of, if in the league, for just in general. But this was a really good game for Chapag. They proved that they can work well against any team. Nanawag is a tough team. They're a team that is led by a really great senior in John Kazaka, Aiden Colby. This team is good. So for Nanawag to get blown out by Chapag, that's impressive. So this is going to really put things in perspective that both Nanawag and Chapag are big threats. Chapag may be even bigger than Nanawag now. John Kazaka didn't have that great of a game, but I'm sure he'll bounce back, and the entire Nanawag team is going to have a better game next time. I don't remember who they play, but I think they'll have a really good game the next time that they play. John Kazaka is going to come out and have a really great game. Thomaston and Terryville in game number 2 of Rivalry Night. And this game was very underwhelming to me. I thought this was going to be a lot closer, or that Thomaston was going to maybe run away with it. But Terryville started off really well and just never lost the fire they had. Dominic Dow, free throw line jumper there, and then Sean O'Donnell. Beautiful defense and passing ability. 2 straight steals and assists to Dylan Machulis, the guy who led the team in scoring. And then Dominic Dow later on would have a nice layup through traffic. Beautiful play. And then Jake Rinkovich and Sean O'Donnell both were found for 3-pointers by Terryville. Terryville had a really, really great game. And then the second half, third quarter, Terryville's defense locking down. This was beautiful by Terryville. They were not letting Thomaston have anything going their way. Thomaston kept turning the ball over on inbound plays and trying to get the ball past half court. The pressure was really on them, and Terryville did a great job of executing it. They had a bunch of steals in this game. Thomaston turned the ball over way too much. It was a really bad game for Thomaston. Terryville played really well. This is a great game by the Kangaroos, and it really impressed me to beat Thomaston like that. Terryville wins at home on Rivalry Night. So Terryville came out firing. Thomaston looked so slow. I mean, it was low scoring at the end of the first quarter. I think it was like 10-6 or something. Really low scoring. It wasn't really that much. Then Terryville just took it away. I mean, their defense was phenomenal. That's the best defense I've seen a Berkshire League team play in such a long time. And that says a lot because the Berkshire League's usually like pretty good defensive teams. But a phenomenal game from Terryville. Dominic Dow with 17 and 10. Dylan Machulis with 22 and 13. These guys are the real deal. This is going to be a Terryville team that, I was surprised they lost to Northwestern as bad as they did, but Northwestern's been killing it this year. I think Terryville is going to be good down the road. I think there's still a few things that when they're against bigger teams, they're going to struggle sometimes, and they're either going to struggle or they're going to do well. But now I'm not sure who's going to be better, Terryville or Thomaston. Thomaston came out of that game, and they couldn't hit anything. It was not a good game for Thomaston. It was clearly shown, and Terryville really proved to be the dominant force in this one. So I'm just going to have to say, Thomaston, I'm keeping my eye on you guys. I mean, you guys went 2-0 to start, but losing big to Terryville like that has me a little concerned. But I know you're a good team, and I know you guys will bounce back. Terryville, keep this up because this is going to be huge for you guys. The third game on Rivalry Night was Litchfield heading into Wamogo. The last time Litchfield beat Wamogo was in 2017. It's pretty crazy to me how they haven't since, but Charlie Coffey immediately got going with a nice little assist there. And then Tommy Gostowski on the other end with a beautiful floater with traffic. That's something that you don't see that much in the BL. And then Nolan Tortoro with a nice assist. And then Charlie Coffey comes back down the court, nails a three-pointer. And then again Coffey puts up a layup, and he's good. Charlie Coffey's one of the best finishers in the Berkshire League, in my opinion. Harrison Barnes heated up this game. Corner three. He had a bunch of those corner threes this game. He was on fire. Jason Thompson with a nice three-pointer. And then Charlie Coffey, this is on your top 10. A beautiful assist down low. Charlie Coffey is a great passer, great finisher at the rim. Daniel Dyke on the other end to Zion's Crappa. And then Harrison Barnes, another corner three. Barnes had a really good game, led Litchfield in scoring this game. And then Daniel Dyke, before the second half, had a nice three-pointer off of his own missed free throw. And then Wamogo tries to come score. They can't get it. And Daniel Dyke takes it the other way and one. Beautiful play by Dyke. And then let's go to the second half. Harrison Barnes, another corner three. He had a lot of those this game, as we had mentioned. Daniel Dyke had a beautiful finish heading onto the baseline. Charlie Coffey wasn't done yet, though. Had a nice steal and assist to one of his teammates. He tried to keep them alive in this game. Harrison Barnes hit another corner three, though, and that sealed the deal. And then found Thompson for a layup from half court. Litchfield played really well. Harrison Barnes, the star of this game. Litchfield wins against Wamogo. So Litchfield-Wamogo was the closest game throughout the entire night of every single game for Rivalry Night. This was surprising how well Litchfield played. Litchfield is young, and I've seen a couple of their games, and I've seen the way they play. And their first game, I thought they were going to win. I thought they had a really good chance to. Their second game against Gilbert, they destroyed. That was a beautiful game by Litchfield. And then against Wamogo, they just played a great second half. Harrison Barnes has become a really good player. Tommy Gostkowski is another great player. Daniel Dyke is really leveling up to a big-time player. And they all have a goal to play for. They're playing for Matt. And it's a beautiful thing. I saw in one of the games, I think it was against Wamogo the other night, that when they get out of huddles, the first thing they say, when they do like a chant, like how do you do like 1, 2, 3, and then say whatever, they go Russo. That tells you how much of an impact Matt Russo had on this team. That tells you how much Litchfield wants this. And that's a beautiful thing to see. It's beautiful to see them play as hard as they have. And to beat Wamogo, I mean, Wamogo has lost a lot of good talent in the past offseason, but that was a beautiful, beautiful game by Litchfield. And that's a huge game to win, because if you can beat your rival, then you can beat anybody in the Berkshire League, I think. And I think Litchfield, it might be a team to watch out for. I think they're actually going to sneak into the top 4. By the way they're playing at the start of the season, I think they're going to do well. Wamogo, little concerned for now, but we'll see what happens. Let's finish rivalry night with Northwestern and Gilbert, one of the hottest rivalries in history. This is a beautiful game by Northwestern. Gilbert didn't look too great. Clay Maloney was the first one to score, had a nice three-pointer. And then later on, Jack Lavoy would hit a three-pointer. Jack Lavoy had a really, really great game defensively and passing the ball. He was phenomenal. Jake Brodnitsky drove in and got a nice layup. And then Jack Lavoy again had another big play, a nice steal, and then comes down in a Euro step layup, and it goes. Curtis Blishy had another fantastic game. He had a nice three-pointer. The big man don't shoot often, but that was a beautiful shot. And then Jack Lavoy with a nice steal, and this is in your top 10. Curtis Blishy behind Dylan Crowley's back. Beautiful assist to Jake Brodnitsky down low. That was an incredible play. Clay Maloney would come back down, hit a three-pointer. And this was all Northwestern. Northwestern completely dominated this game. Curtis Blishy on a fast break. Nice pass to Jake Brodnitsky again. And Jake was able to hit a three. And then Freddie Camp had a pretty decent game himself. Didn't have too many points, but he had a nice layup here. Curtis Blishy with a nice free throw line jumper off a pass. Curtis dominated in this one. Matt Maltby hits a three. That was unexpected. Matt doesn't shoot many threes, so I did not expect Matt to shoot that one, but he nailed it. And then Jack Lavoy with a nice steal and assist to Clay Maloney. And then Jack with this was also in the top 10 this week. An insane layup from Jack Lavoy. Goes through 4 defenders on Gilbert. Beautiful finish. And then the play I've been going nuts about over the last 24, 48 hours. Curtis Blishy throwing it down. You don't see many dunks in the Berkshire League. Blishy was able to pull one off. And then Jack Lavoy with another incredible layup. Gilbert goes down to Northwestern again. This was a beautiful game from Northwestern. So Northwestern has really come out of the gate. Every single game they've come out firing. They've come out with no fear at all. They have not turned the ball over much. They have not made many mistakes. They're actually playing some of the best defense that I've ever seen out of Northwestern. I mean, the last couple of years, Northwestern wasn't really too great. But this year, they're coming out amazing. 3-0 to start. I mean, the last time that a team went 3-0 for Northwestern was 2017. That's insane to me. So, when you come out like that, that's really huge for your momentum, and that's going to bring Northwestern to a really good shot at winning the Berkshire League this season. I said Northwestern was going to be 4th. They might end up becoming number 1 because of how well they've started. That could always change. They could always end up going cold in the middle of the season, but I truly think that this Northwestern team is something special. Curtis Blishy is having a phenomenal year. Jake Brodnitsky's been scoring the ball consistently well. Jack Lavoy on the defensive end, he has been amazing. 8 steals last game against Gilbert. That's impressive. Clay Maloney in 2 of the games has scored double digits. One of the games he wasn't in that scoring range, but this team's deep too. Freddie Camp is a phenomenal player. Ian Thompson, pretty good rebounder. This is a good team. I like Northwestern a lot this year. And I didn't expect them to be this good, but they've really blown me away. For Gilbert, they're a little concerning now to me. I mean, Dylan Crowley, after having a 54-point night against Housatonic, then got a triple team against Litchfield and wasn't able to do as well. And then against Northwestern, it didn't help that he had gotten hurt halfway through the game. He did come back, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I mean, he's still putting up 20-plus points. The rest of the team around him, they're still trying to find their roles. And that's a big issue because if you're still trying to figure out what your role is on this team, imagine this being halfway through the season, then Gilbert would be in a really bad spot. So I think for all the people around Dylan Crowley, for the rest of the team, I think they just need to, work on what their role is, figure it out, and play it well. Gilbert, definitely I'm keeping my eye on. Northwestern, I've completely kept my eye on since day one. They've really come out surprising me with this 3-0.
Time now for the top 5 plays of Rivalry night. Let's start at number 5, Owen Hibbard. Going full distance down the court. He had a career night. Beats the buzzer at the end of the first half. Chappaqua went on to win that game. Number 4, Charlie Coffey drives in. Beautiful pass to find his teammate down low for the layup. Number 3, Curtis Blishy had an amazing game. He's going to steal it on the pass. And then he's clear for takeoff. Huge dunk. Number 2, Logan Pacific. This is one of the most beautiful layups I've ever seen. Fancy. What a finish by Logan Pacific. Chappaqua went on to win that game. And number 1, the steal by Jack Lavoie, the pass up to Curtis Blishy, and a pass behind Crowley's back for the layup for Brodnitsky. And that was your top 5 plays.
So that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely leave a like and leave a comment suggesting what else you want to see on this channel. And please, 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 please subscribe. If you follow the Instagram, you definitely should subscribe to the YouTube. It would definitely mean a lot to me, and it would be able to get you exclusive coverage every single time you get notified about the Berkshire League. It'll always be from this account, so definitely subscribe. And I'm glad I hope you enjoy this video. And just make sure to leave a like. Thank you for watching. I'm Cody Diz. Peace out.